beat you all the first half.
Good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown.
Jeremiah Tauchu able to drop him for a loss of a couple. On third down, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Fields on third down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Fields throwing again. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Now Fields. He's got it to Williams. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Come on, baby.
So we have reached half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They'll run on first down. It's Edwards. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang it.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And the Bearsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw, Fields. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. Touchdown, Chicago! Demir Bird, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, the return is Duvernay. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
We played to win.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Being chased out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 48 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Well, another fine run right there from Lamar Jackson. And CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ballgame.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise. With Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in the season as the top running backs in the league.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Let's go. Let's go.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. Powerful running. Deshaun Elliott up to make the play defensively.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Edwards. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Forced out to his left. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Play action. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Easy work.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Again, it'll be Edwards. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now Jackson steps away. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tucker now to add the point after. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So now Fields and the Bears down by 13. A little under 1:50 remaining. Here's Fields. Pass complete, Graham. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
They'll run on first down. It's Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. And they will take a knee here. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7